Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T26E4 Super Pershing. It's a Tier 8 American premium medium tank. It's located on the west spawn of Paris, and it's under the command of Marak Komarak. GG. I don't think he's in a clan, but I don't know what that means. Anyway, we'll call it Marak for the rest of the game, shall we? Game on. Well, as you can see, he's got 2 marks of excellence oriented on the barrel. Now, this is a tank that did exist, but they didn't build many of them. It's got the 90mm gun, the M3, which is very similar to the 88mm you get from KWK 36 on the Tiger 1. Now, it's capable of doing 240 Alpha with standard ammo, but because he's working his way up to his 3rd mark of excellence, he's loaded up mainly APCR. Now that's got a penetration of 258mm of armour, whereas the standard shells will actually do 240 and 202, and with the HE rounds, you will be able to do, oh, missed out there, it's capable of doing 320 Alpha, but only 45mm of pen. It's basically a supercharged Pershing, and in actual fact, it's like, in many ways, it's like the M4 that was upgraded to the E2 Jumbo. Okay, I think his teammates think he's gone too far forward. Tier 9 game with Tier 7 tanks in it, but he's so eager to get his 3rd mark of excellence. And there he's got a Centurion 7-1, and he's in a, well, was in a hold down position because, of course, he could shoot underneath the car. And we're bouncing rounds coming off an M3Y Yo tank, and we're bouncing shells off their roofs as well. Okay, so far so good, no loss of actual hit points. Ow, now we've lost it. Okay, well, that one came off a Nurgle, one of the new tanks. Just up that road we've got a GeForce 10617, so we put a round through him for 255. It's all about maximising the damage, and yes, he's got the GeForce again, and he gets another pen. I think that GeForce must be having a bit of a pain at this moment. Oh, that one went straight past the turret. From this position, we're way down deep, and I'm not sure the GeForce had a good shot on us. He was actually firing in our direction, but he kept hitting the wall. But now we're going after that Centurion again, and we can see he has been penetrated, and now he's been penetrated again. 241 from that one of high roll. IS pops up, and no, didn't get that one through. It was unlucky on the angle. But you can see these tanks are fearing what we might do next, and he sneaked one round the corner on the IS. The standard reload is 7.67 seconds, and you can see Marak has got a reload of 6.96. And that Nurgle is very colourful at the front, isn't it? Very weird. Fluorescent paint. Okay, M3Y exposes himself, takes a round. That's a high roll for 265. Our Nurgle's actually being a bit of a pain, actually, because he's rubbing into us every now and then. Yeah, we'll have that one. That's into the IS, and he's out the game. But we didn't get the kill. It went to the E75, but the Nurgle is out the game now. He's finished off and was actually destroyed by the enemy Nurgle. So a Nurgle Nurgled the Nurgle. Yeah, I know, it doesn't work, does it? Oh, and there goes the Centurion. Now, we're being blocked in here by the 703, so we need to be careful. Yeah, because that 703 went behind us. He wanted to take the inside track, but he blocked us. And we did take a hit, but luckily it was from the M103 and it didn't end. Okay, we've got another shot up here. The Doom Turtle. Go for the... Yes, there. The engine, the fuel tanks. Well, we won't be able to pop round the corner for a second because he's going to be waiting for us to come out again. M103 pops up. Very difficult to pen the turret. You need to go for the cupola. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. The T43 behind us might actually suddenly explode. Well, he's decided not to explode that direction. Now it's decided to explode to the M103. Noobs the Nurgle got him in the end. So another tank Nurgled by a Nurgle. And here comes the Nurgle. And yeah, that one went through his drive wheel. And we can use the wreck of our Nurgle to stop the other one Nurgling us. Yeah, and another one. I know, it's terrible jokes. Well, he's giving us the front of his vehicle, but we'll take the M103 instead. Okay, he's fixed his track, so he's now moving. We'll pop out. Oh, we just killed the M103 with an ammo rack right through. So that is his first kill of the game, and he pumped one into the turret of the T20. Okay, who's next? Nurgle looking directly at us, but he didn't fire. Maybe he wasn't ready. And yep, we'll take the cheeks there, but it bounced off. We've got an M3 wide just around the corner. He's the weak one, but the Nurgle's there as well. So, and we bounced the shot off him, but we put one into him, a low roll. To the the Yo tank's gone. Only a low roll, well, only needed 42 hit points. The Nurgle's still there, and we pump another one in because, of course, he has got a weak lower plate, and we are making use of our drop in the ground. We're below him. Oh, that one hurts. He got that in on the weak spot. Where did it hit us? Not sure. You can see all that extra armor plating, which actually came from a Panther tank. And it's very difficult to pen, but there are some weak spots directly underneath the cheeks. And of course, he knows that. Okay, Nurgle again. Hello, Mr. Nurgle. Yeah, we'll take the cupola. You give it to us. And that's it. Now you're ready. Okay, he's a one shot. Thank you very much. We'll take the cheeks. Oh, he decided not to shoot. Oh, that's because he took out the T20 instead. He was being blocked. And the Nurgle goes down. But there's only 3 left on our team. And now we're being capped at the other end. So, yes, whilst we've been fighting as hard as we can, our teammates have been sort of like letting the side down. We get a kill on the T103. But now we've got to get back to the cap area because there's only 1 in the cap. And we're 3 down on the enemy. They've got 5 tanks, we've got 2. Now, as far as we can tell, the nearest tank to their cap is their T34 2GFT, and the Shrek is coming with us. I'm not sure why he's not going straight back to the cap to get a reset. I think he's mucked this up because he should have gone to the left and straight back to the cap. But the enemy knows that. And now I think he's left it too late. He's giving the game away. I guess he knows he's done enough damage for his 3rd mark, but he's kind of giving the game away. The T34 2GFT is not in sight. If another enemy gets into the cap, it's all over at that point because there's not going to be any chance to get back in time. The Shrek is making his way. And he's being fired on by the Brask on the enemy team, and he's out. And there's the Doom Turtle. The Brask is coming up to our left. He's a one shot. Just need it on target. Where did he go? We've been spotted. It's the Doom Turtle that's seen us, I think. Where did that Brask go? There he is. And we put one into him to finish him off. But we can't get back. And there's the T95, the Doom Turtle. It's all over. I guess that Marak didn't care that he actually was going to lose that game because he already knew that he'd got done enough to get his 3rd mark of excellence. But he did get an ace tanker out of that game, as well as the demolition expert for blowing an enemy tank apart. Got his 3rd mark, of course, because of course now he won't need to get or to work on it anymore. He also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5, 1 short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. Got a shell proof for blocking more damage, exceeding the hit points of his own vehicle and surviving the battle. Got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. And a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6. He also picked up the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and of course the steel wool for blocking the most damage in his game. And his win rate was 14,663, but he did lose the game, and he made a choice to lose the game because, well, he decided that he was going to go hunting for more enemy targets to try and get more damage. And yes, he did get more damage in terms of the Barask, but he gave the game away. And I reckon that the enemy T95 was waiting for him to try and return to his cap area to try and blast him in the side with a 155mm round as he went past. But yeah, he could have actually gone back and reset the cap. He might have been chased as the Shrek was by the Barask, but one of them might have got back in time to actually reset the cap and might have picked up a Defender medal out of it as well. But, well, in the end, Komarak did not care about that because he got his third mark. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he definitely got the highest damage, 5,246 hit points of damage. Second highest was the T95 with 3,455, and the third highest was the Barask with 2,880. When it came to kills, he got that one too. 5 kills went to Komarak, or Marak. 4 kills went to the Barask, and 3 kills went to the T95 and the Nurgle on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, the high scorer was the Nurgle on the enemy team, 1,117. Second highest turned out to be the Barask with 1,062. And in third place, yes, it's Komarak with 1,047. Would you believe that? He came third on base XP on a losing team, but he still managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. Yeah, that takes some doing. But you can see how far above his teammates he was in terms of achievement. He really was going for it in terms of the amount of damage he was doing. And that's why he actually went into that little square where he was in a kind of ground depression, because from that point, you can actually shoot up into the enemy tanks on the other side. And of course, they have difficulty trying to get penetrations on you. So long as your gun's lifted up, they can't shoot through the roof. And therefore, it makes it difficult for them to get penetrations, as you saw. Whereas he was able to get penetrations on them virtually, well, not all the time, but most of the time. So he actually had a very good run. And that's why he wanted to be out in front, pushing the enemy all the time. In fact, his teammates suddenly realized that he actually had the advantage, and they tried to come out as well, but they weren't as practiced as he was, and they did go down one by one. Anyway, it was a loss, so let's have a look at the detail. 32 shots fired, 28 direct hits, and 19 penetration. You can see the big disparity between the number of shells that actually penetrated and those that didn't, that actually did hit the mark. There's a 9 difference, yes. So that's a lot of shells that either bounced off or just didn't go through. 5,246 hit points of damage, of which 510 were at more than 300 meters. The other shots, of course, were the most of the damage at close range. 13 hits received from the enemy, only 2 penetrated, and one of those I think went underneath the cheeks, and I think the other one, well, I couldn't see it go over the roof at all, so I presume that they managed to find a spot somewhere on the vehicle that they can actually get the pen into. But 11 non-penetrations. Yes, a lot of bounces off a tank which doesn't, well, it does have weak spots, and everyone knows where those weak spots are, but they were obviously having a lot of difficulty trying to put the shells in there. 2,740 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and he did 28,077 credits profit off that game. He got courageous resistance because, of course, he got a medal, 11,340 for that. And, of course, he had personal reserves as well and a large amount earned for the battle. So he had a big amount to start with. And, of course, he did use a lot of premium ammo, but he still came out ahead. If he'd used standard account, then he would have made a loss. He also picked up 3,940 experience points out of the game as well, getting a bonus not only for it being a premium vehicle, but also for the courageous resistance as well. So I'm sure he's pleased that he's got his 3rd mark on the barrel, but to get it on a loss as well, he was the best player in the game by far, but unfortunately he let the team down as a whole. And I suppose there are times when you can let the team down if you are after an achievement of some sort, but I would have felt that he could have actually gone back to the cap, get a reset, kill the tank that was there, and then go after the other tanks. But no, he decided he still wanted to go hunting out in the field whilst the cap was still running. And he could have turned off and gone straight back to the cap and get that reset first. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.